Hello, everyone. Hope you had a nice Halloween. Hope you had a nice spooky weekend with Resident Evil Village, the DLC Shadows of Rose. Hopefully, you played through that and enjoyed it. I know I did. It was very interesting, very fun. But, if you're anything like me, you've moved on to the Mercenaries Additional Orders DLC. So far, I've played through all of the normal maps and gotten triple S's on all those. And I'm working my way through the harder levels. I've done the first two stages, triple S with everybody, and then just slowly whittling. Some I've done more than others. You kind of just get into the groove of a map, and you're just going with the flow. But I'm gonna get there soon. There will be a video for every single level, including the ones I had already done. I just started up this channel, putting up these sort of semi walkthroughs. I kind of just play through the games or through the stages a few times, and then I go for a recording and try to get that triple S. I don't really plan it out too much. You kind of just get the feel for what you need on the level. But in any case, this video is going to be specifically about Heisenberg. He's a lot different to use than Ethan or Chris, mainly because he's mostly close range, and he's got a toolkit. He's got an ability set that allows him to have a play style where you run in between certain kind of segments throughout the areas, and you kind of hunker down and you pull all the enemies towards you. You're like a magnet. Imagine like a top-down view of the map, and you're running through the map. You're running into a group of mobs, and you're kind of just pulling them all towards you and killing them, and then deactivating your field and running to the next segment. So I'm going to try to kind of give you a rundown of what this guy really can do and how you can play him. I'm just going to grab all this stuff. We don't really need to upgrade anything, but just out of habit, I'm going to upgrade the hammer. You always want to upgrade the hammer. Actually, when we sell these flashbangs, we won't need these. Okay. I already messed up. Let me restart. Grab all this. First thing we're going to buy, first thing we're always going to buy is the hammer speed. It is essential for smoothly running a level, because your hammer is everything, really, besides your pole, which has a decent cooldown. Your hammer's going to be filling in. It's basically going to be filling in the spaces in between when you pull mobs toward you. So here, we're going to run. We're just going to run. We're going to try to kite all the mobs towards us. And this is generally what you want to do. And in terms of abilities, if you're on a map that's more difficult, one of the hard stage maps, you might want to go for Healing Hammer or Healthy, something that gives you a little more tankiness. Heisenberg is probably the tankiest, I was going to say like champion, the tankiest mercenary, I guess you would call him. His shield, I think when his magnetic field is active, it blocks some projectiles. I feel like it's happened sometimes to me, but I'm not sure on that. But the main source of his tankiness comes from his shield, which it's just like Ethan. You hold L1, but it blocks like everything, and you take no damage. It's insane. So he's definitely meant for close combat fighting, and basically you want to swing your hammer a couple of times, or what you want to do is on initial engagement is have your field activated, pull whatever mobs you can towards you, swing your hammer a couple of times. If the enemies aren't dead, you'll probably use your charge slam, and if you're about to get hit, you just press L1, and that's basically it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Infighter for the hammer damage. Gonna activate the field by holding square. Pulling all these guys in. 1, 2. I mean, they're already almost dead. On harder levels, they won't be dead as quickly. You just kind of like slowly move towards enemies. If these guys were further away, I would deactivate the field. But they're still within range. I just have to take a couple of steps. And yeah, like I said, on bloody, or not bloody, on the harder stages, you're gonna wanna definitely be using this, because it'll take, 5, 6, 7, 8 hammer swings if you're not using the field. If you're just using the base level hammer attacks. The field, let's see if we can get damage numbers, 960 with the field activated. Now I'm gonna run over to this guy. How much does it do? 480. So when your field is active, you do double damage right away. So yeah, electromagnetic boost is the best in this situation, because I know I'm not going to get hurt in these normal maps. We're going to activate the field. We know this guy's coming up. And we're just going to pull him in. Hold R1, give him the slam, easy kill. That move is very strong, especially when you're in your field. We're just going to keep doing it. Pick this stuff up. I didn't even have to swing again there. It's just too strong. And I'm pretty sure you're sold at your little guy here. His damage increases when you're in your field too. I'm pretty sure. We could be wrong on that, but he deals a lot of damage, especially if you mainly want to use him when the mob you're targeting, which is probably going to be a tankier mob, is near a wall. Because it'll do initial damage when running through it, and then it'll explode once it hits a wall and do more damage. Agile is definitely good for Heisenberg, just for getting from point to point. Let's see what he does. Where does he blow up? So he goes very far until he hits a wall. Activate our field. You can definitely kill these guys without a field in the earlier stages, all of these early stages, probably. But I would just get into the habit of doing it, because you're going to definitely need it in the harder stages. Alright, if you didn't know, it's L2 to pull, as long as you have your field up. If your field's not up, if you don't have the scrap floating around you, you're not going to be able to pull enemies. Come here. You can kind of see the range on it. Isn't super far, so you have to get in decently close. But you should still be out of range of most enemies. I mean, you'll be out of melee range of all enemies. If you're trying to pull from a distance. Oops, let's pick this up. So, there's not much else to show. I'll go ahead and jump to the next stage and see if there's anything else we can show. Yeah, this should be good. Again, don't need the field for these guys early on. We're going to test this field. See, look at this. If these guys can hit me, this is the normal map. They're not wanting to hit me. Okay, there's a hit. See, I take no damage. We don't see my health going down. We got 3 guys shooting at me. This guy's gonna hit me, no damage. His shield is insanely strong. Of course, it only protects from the front. So if I turn around and put my shield up, if somebody hits me, let me back up a little bit. I think that guy like walked through me and then swung his sword. Nobody is hitting me. This is crazy. Okay, the sword guy should be able to hit me from there. Yeah, there it is, finally. Man, the normal maps, once you get the hang of it, there's nothing to be afraid of in the normal maps. I'm just picking something at random. Oh yeah, and Heisenberg also has projectiles, which I don't often really incorporate. If I do, I'm usually going to use the saw blades. 810 on that guy. 3 different numbers for damage there. It probably would have done 900 max if I hit all headshots. So I mean, I think in general the saw blade's a little bit better, because It can go through enemies, and it does about the same amount of damage as far as I can tell. It just kind of sucks when you have to use it and you don't have any abilities that support it. Because you can find abilities that have... where did I hear that? Hello? Is that you? I just sold that explode on the colony. Pretty far. But yeah. There are abilities that allow your charge rate to speed up. Of course, you can buy upgrades at the Duke. But there are also abilities that will speed up this charge rate even more. You can see in the field the electromagnetic boost. Charging speed of projectiles increases when the magnetic field is active. So 1, 2, 3. You turn it off. 1, 2, 3. And you can see the difference that makes. So even if you have enemies that are a little farther out, it's still beneficial to have your field activated, just so you can charge up a fast saw blade and try to get something off real quick. So yeah, that's about it for Heisenberg. Let me know if you need some more details, some more explanations about how he works. Of course, I'm still learning how to play with him. It's only been a few days since the DLC came out, and I'm learning new stuff every day. So hopefully this is helpful for you, and if you want to help me out, feel free to leave a comment, let me know some secrets about Heisenberg, or leave a like, letting me know that you appreciate the video, and maybe even subscribe so you can get some more videos. But yeah, till then, it's been Heisenberg, playing Heisenberg, and I'll see you in the next one.